welcome back to Scott Family Homestead. Today we are dealing with our extensive seed collection, getting things organized for this year. And I know there's a lot of videos out there about people's favorite seeds and what they're planting this year, what they're looking forward to. But I thought today I'd bring in the kids, and I'm going to have the kids share their favorites and their thoughts on growing a garden. For those of you that have young kids that you want to actually eat the produce out of the garden, sometimes that's a difficult thing to do. So I'm going to have my kids. They are 9, 7, 5, and then we have a 1-year-old as well. And we're going to share all of their favorites as well as some of our own favorites. So like I said, we have a pretty extensive seed collection. I've got probably the most popular way to store seeds when you have a lot is the photo box organizers. So I've got one for vegetables and one for flowers. I picked up some bulk seeds in the fall, so I've got those. And then I have everything that I planted last year is in here, and these packets are still open. So we're going to organize and seal these back up. I do this for 2 reasons. One, in the fall, I really hate taking the time to put all the seeds away, and so they all just get filed into this bin. The second thing is that when I make my seed list for this year of what I want to plant, I can open up every one of these packets. They're already open, and I can see how much I have left and the date on it for how old the seeds are, and decide whether or not I need to order more of what I already have or if I have enough. This keeps me from buying duplicates of things that I don't really need, and I can stay on top of what needs to be used up. So today we're going to work through this whole bin of seeds we planted last year. I've gone through my catalogs. I mostly buy from Seed Savers Exchange and Baker Creek. So I put together a list of everything I want to grow this year. We're going to have a huge garden, including a high tunnel that is 30 by 48. An in-ground garden. I have a perennial garden that we're going to add some herbs to. So I have made a list of everything I want to grow. We're going to go through and see what we already have, because a lot of these are things that we have grown in the past, and mark them off our list if we have them. And then the last set of seeds that I have here are just all random seeds that I have saved out of my garden that need to be put into packaging. I've got pumpkin seeds, beans. This is a head from a second-year carrot.
The marigolds.
These are marigold heads from our old house that overwintered at our old house, and right before closing I grabbed some of the seed heads. That's what these are too. We've got cauliflower and broccoli. Then I have a big bag of beans to also go through. Those got left outside a little bit late last year, so they've got a darker color to them, but they're nice and papery dry. These all just have to be popped open and the seeds taken out. This will just be a random mix of beans, and we'll plant those in the kids' garden because they'll end up with red swan beans. There's some yellow wax beans in here, typical green beans, and they love having all the different colors. Okay, I'm going to start with tomatoes because we grow a ton of tomatoes and they are really fun, and we have collected just about every color you can have. The kids don't love to eat tomatoes plain, but we do a lot of them as crushed tomatoes, tomato sauce, and also as salsa. We do roasted salsa with cherry tomatoes, and then we do a large batch of salsa with the bigger tomatoes as well. We found that using a whole bunch of varieties when you make your sauce or your crushed tomatoes or salsa really heightens the flavor because you're getting all different flavor profiles. So I would say my favorite to grow is the Black Beauty. This one grows a black shouldered tomato, and when it's ripe it is kind of a pinkish purple on the bottom. When it isn't ripe it's still black on the shoulders and it's a fluorescent green on the bottom. I think that they're really cool to grow. If I had to pick just one tomato, I think this would be my favorite. It's the prettiest and we love the flavor of it. So when you guys grow tomatoes, what are your favorite tomatoes to grow?
My favorite tomatoes to grow are those ones.
Amish paste. We grow a lot of Amish paste for sauce.
Orange hat tomatoes.
So those are really fun. Those are a micro tomato. We've got 2 types of micro tomatoes that we grow. We've got a micro tom and an orange hat. Both of these are from Baker Creek. And these we grow in our Greenstalks, so like in a pot. And they're really fun to grow. And these are just for snacking and eating.
like the tiny tomatoes, but I don't like the big tomatoes.
Yeah.
I like to eat the tiny tomatoes.
Okay. What about Micah?
I like those ones too.
Yeah, these are just a really fun one to grow. So we definitely grow the micro tomatoes. I'm going to sort these out into our 2 containers. So I just sort them by size, cherry tomatoes or smaller. And then our large tomatoes, I'm going to check to make sure that we have enough seeds for what we want to grow this year. And this is a good one to have your packets open because it's really hard to just feel if you have a lot of tomato seeds of how tiny they are. So next we're going to talk about peppers. This is another one that we grow a lot of. Last year I didn't grow peppers. I only did starts from the store because I didn't have the time to start them. We are in northern Wisconsin. It's kind of difficult to grow peppers with our short season. When I had the high tunnel at our previous home, our peppers grew amazing in the high tunnel. So that's one of the big reasons we wanted to get one put up here. The tomatoes and the peppers did so well in the high tunnel. What varieties do you guys love of peppers?
I like the rainbow ones.
You like rainbow ones? Do you like these corbachis?
Yeah, those are.
They look like little snakes. That's always been a favorite with the kids.
I like banana peppers.
Banana peppers, that's another good kid-friendly one.
I like Lacia peppers. They're very sweet and they have a thick flesh.
Yes. So I'm not sure how you say this one. It's Lesya. It's a very sweet pepper. This was one that Harrison had picked out a couple years ago when we tried in the high tunnel. And they're very fun, kind of triangular shaped peppers. We like to do King of the North for our bell peppers. These are really bred to do well in the northern climates, so that is a good one. Yeah, last year I bought a ton of peppers and then I just never got a chance to plant them. So like lemon spice, lipstick, these are ones we've never tried. The kids love the mini bells. Lots of peppers, and peppers are always the first thing that we start. They need the most time. Here in Wisconsin, it takes so long to get to our last frost date that we don't start anything until the middle of March. So we still have quite a bit of time before we'll start even our peppers. Another thing the kids eat a lot of is greens. So lettuces, kales, chard. We plant 2 full green stalks. I will link the green stalks in the description if you haven't heard of them before. It's basically a planting tower that has pots all the way around. We will plant these full of greens that the kids can eat at any time. And so they are used to going out and grabbing lettuce or kale. Bok choy as well. We do radishes in there sometimes too. The kids like to take a radish and wrap them in greens. And letting them have their own spot where they can grab food from at any time and sample it or taste it has really changed how much vegetables our kids eat because it's just available to them and they can pick their favorites. What do you guys think you want to plant in the green stalk this year?
Kale.
Kale? Which?
I mean, Chewbacca.
Chewbacca?
Yeah. I was like, give myself.
Bok choy. Which ones do you like, the green or the purple?
Purple.
Yeah, I love the purple bok choy. We usually do these two. I also found Baker Creek has like a really tiny micro bok choy. We're going to try that this year too, just for fun. Michael, what do you like to eat out of the green stalks?
I like blue curled Scotch kale.
He likes the standard curled kale. Anything else?
I like the scarlet kale too.
Yeah, scarlet. We really like the purple. I find this is an easy one to grow and keep the cabbage worms off of because they stand out really brightly on here. And they don't favor it as much as they do the green kale. But they blend in a little bit more with the kale. We don't have huge cabbage worm problems on the green stalks, but they do pop up every once in a while, and the purple seems to be better for that. We have also grown this Japanese flowering kale just for looks. It's a very, very pretty one, but we don't like the taste of it quite as much, but that's a fun one just to have in the garden.
Well, I like it.
You like it?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then lettuces, we like the romaine type, so crisp mint Or Paris Island Cause lettuce is good for that. Some butter crunch. And then this is Tom Thumb lettuce. This is like a little miniature head of lettuce, which is kind of fun for the kids as well.
We should talk about carrots.
Carrots! Let's see what I have for carrots. I saw that Seed Savers Exchange has a carrot mix this year. I think that's going to be the biggest hit with the kids because it is a mix of seeds of all different colors. So you're going to get yellows, oranges, purples. I find that things that are really colorful are more appealing to the kids. Any of the root vegetables is also a guarantee for the kids to want to pick them and eat them because it's like such a surprise when they pull them out. So different sizes and whatnot. They love to check on the carrots. A lot of times by the end of the year we don't have a lot of big carrots because they've been snacking on them all summer long. But that's fine. They're eating their vegetables. All right, these are some of the carrots that we have, guys. What are your favorites?
Ooh, I like every single color.
You like every color of carrot?
Yeah.
Yeah? What about you, Micah? Do you have a favorite?
I like these big ones.
The big... Oh, we also had the ox heart carrots. Did you like those?
I have no idea what those are.
Those are the kind of triangular ones. They grow really big on the top, and then they're kind of stout. But Micah likes the regular orange ones. What about you, Harrison?
I think I'm going to like the colorful mix. I haven't had them yet, but I think it's going to be really good.
A little bit of everything. We also like this black nebula carrot. This one we actually cooked some just in water, like boiling water, and the color comes out of it, and you can use it to use as a food coloring. We made some purple rice and some other things with the water from these, and they do stain. I made a stew with this one time, and it turned the whole pot of stew purple, as well as our mouths and teeth. So that's a fun one to grow, but it is a huge punch of color.
I like every purple, every orange.
You like every carrot?
Yeah, every single carrot.
So like cosmic purple carrots, those are purple on the outside but orange on the inside, so a little bit of a surprise when you bite into them, and that has always been a favorite of the kids too. We grow a lot of pickling cucumbers, which the kids can also eat, but their favorite is to grow the little cucamelons. They have a bunch of different names, little mouse melons, sour gherkin cucumbers. So that's a great one to grow for your kids, and it's a vining type, so you can put it on trellis.
I love those.
They're a little bit trickier to start, but once they get going, they really go, and you can get a lot of fun little treats out of that. Do you guys like to grow? Is there anything you want to grow this year that we haven't done recently, or that I haven't talked about?
Squash.
Oh yeah, we do. So we do two varieties of summer squash. We do a yellow and a green. And we grow a lot of pumpkins, so we're planning to have a whole pumpkin patch this year. What do you guys like to grow for pumpkins?
Ooh, I like the orange ones.
The big orange ones. So we grew our Halloween pumpkins this year. The Long Island cheese. They're like a big giant cheese wheel. Those are really fun too.
Yeah, I like the winter luxury pie.
Yes, this makes an excellent pie, and they grow really easily. So if you want to grow pumpkins with your kids that they can eat, this is a great one. Also, just for fun, the Jack Be Little pumpkins, they're like the little miniature orange pumpkins. Those are really fun to grow. And then we've got some of these really wild looking ones that the kids love to see them get started. We're going to do some melons this year. We haven't had a whole lot of luck with melons, but we are going to try in the high tunnel some of the melons this year. We grow a pretty extensive flower collection as well. So we are very blessed that the previous owners of this house have perennials that are just beautiful. They've got little garden spots all throughout the property around the house. Last year we were able to just enjoy that and kind of see what came up and what was there. And we added just a few flowers, but this year we're going to do a lot more flowers and more cut flowers. So what do you guys like for flowers?
Cut flowers.
Yeah, what do you guys like in the flower garden?
I like marigolds. I like them mix.
Yeah, these petite marigolds. So these have a very special place in our heart. They are kind of dedicated to the son that we lost to stillbirth. We just had a lot of kind of little glimmers that had to do with marigolds, and so this is one that we will always plant. That is why we've got this little cup of flower heads from our previous home. That was from what we call Judah's garden. And so marigolds are really special to the kids, and they always want to have marigolds in their garden as well. Is there anything else that you guys really like?
I like zinnia too.
If you're getting started with flowers, zinnias are one of the easiest ones that you can do. This is a great children's garden option. We do a lot of calendula. Make this into a balm that the kids use for a lot of things, like a healing balm, and so that is an important one for us to grow. And a lot of stuff we just grow because it's pretty. Nasturtiums, the kids will eat the nasturtium flowers, although they're pretty spicy, so some kids are not going to enjoy those quite as much, but we grow pink and orange. And then we do a whole variety of sunflowers, which I planted every last sunflower seed. These are all empty packets that we had last year, so I've got a whole new list of sunflowers we're going to order this year. The kids love those as well. I've got an entire container just for flowers. I have a lot of flower seeds, so some of these are perennials. The lupine, we really loved that at our old property. We also do echinacea, and I'm hoping to get some of these established here. They do have some. I love this green twister one, so I'd like to get that one going. Here is a super double echinacea. That one looks really fun. I'd like to get that one going this year. So yeah, we've got a huge collection of flowers to do as well. I also have a huge collection of herb seeds that we will plant. Now the kids don't really snack on these so much, but they do like the basils that are different colors and flavors, like a lemon basil. They like mint. What other herbs do you guys like?
I like the lemon balm.
Lemon balm? Yeah.
Lemon balm.
Chives?
Oh, yeah,
Kids love chives. We've got a couple of pots of chives, and they usually mow that right down. Every time you go outside, you gotta grab a chive. Right, guys? Yeah. That's a good one for kids.
Yeah, we keep grabbing chives.
And so we grow most of our own spices here, so we've got a pretty extensive stack of those as well.
I think that's everything.
From our hardware store, they were clearancing out seeds. These are 8-ounce bags of seeds. I think there's like 500 or more per bag. So I was out of green bean seeds, so I got a couple types of green beans and a couple types of peas. When you're buying the specialty heirloom seeds like this, it's generally $3 to $4 per packet. More cost effective to buy in bulk or at your local feed store, in your dollar store. They've got cheaper packets, and you can still find a lot of these really fun varieties there. Just not so much the specialty colors sometimes. So while we enjoy shopping at Baker Creek and Seed Savers, it's definitely not a must if you want to grow a children's garden. There are so many cool options out there, but I suggest getting as many different colors and fun things that you can't buy at the grocery store, because that's what's really going to excite your kids. Looking to add some vegetables to your children's diets, that's a great way to go about it. Grow some purple carrots or something that's really odd and different that they are going to want to try. Right, guys?
Yeah.
Do you guys like eating your vegetables?
I love eating my vegetables.
More now that you grow them yourself?
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us today, guys. We are going to go and actually sort through all of these seeds that we talked about today. I've got a lot of work ahead of me, but thank you for tuning into our channel today. I'm so excited that you guys were able to join us. If you have any other suggestions for some good kid-friendly varieties to try, I'd love to hear them. Leave your suggestions in the comments, and we will catch you on the next one. Bye, guys.